Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for the second and final session of today's Philippine Sports Writers Association Sports Forum, live here at the conference hall of the PSC building. No? And now we will be talking about basketball, not just about basketball, but high-level basketball. We're talking about the state of the national teams and programs of the Samahang Basketball of Pilipinas. I'm Radical Wong of Manila Standard. Good morning, partner.
Good morning, Philippine Sports Writers Association. We welcome you to the second part of our session. We have a very special guest from our NSA, Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas. Hope that you are with us through our live streaming, Philippine Sports Writers Association, and likewise on a delayed basis over Radyo Pilipinas 2 sa ating sports radio. Judy Karingal po.
Again, on behalf of PSA President Nelson Beltran, the Philippine Star, maraming salamat po Philippine Sports Commission, Philippine Olympic Committee, Milo Philippines San Miguel Corporation, Smart PLDT, and Arena Plus.
And we will talk about Olympics pa rin, Olympic basketball, because our national team is still aiming for a slot in the Paris Olympic Games. So we are having our Executive Director of Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas, no other than Miss Erica D. Welcome to the PSA Forum. I think this is your third time to be with us. Maraming salamat po. A very pleasant day.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all.
Good afternoon. Yes. Yes, ma'am. General announcement as regards, the FIBA Olympic qualifier in Latvia in July. Likewise, the FIBA Asia Cup, which will be hosting later this year.
Yes, so our men's Gilas national team will be playing in Latvia this July. From July 2 to July 7, we will be competing in the Olympic qualifier tournament of FIBA. And we are grouped with the home team, Latvia and Georgia. So both powerhouses, but we're really looking forward to competing against them. And then when we get back, whether we make it to the Olympics or not, we will also be preparing for our November window number 2 for our FIBA Asia qualifiers. And that will be 2 home games against New Zealand on November 21 and against Hong Kong on November 24. Both games will be played at the Mall of Asia Arena to give more fans a chance to watch the games live.
General updates din po sa preparation of the team. Alam ko merong mga biglang injury.
Yeah, so we're sticking to Coach Tim's plan of having that 12-man roster. But because of the many injuries in the first window last February, we have learned from that, and so he has decided to name another 2 players as reserves, and these are Japet Aguilar and Mason Amos. So they are both committed to joining the Gilas team just in case we have injuries in the coming tournaments. In terms of preparing, our camp starts June 22nd. That's when we are going to convene the team again, and they will be training at the Inspire Sports Academy. After which, a few days after lang, we will already leave for 31st, where we will be playing a friendly game against the Turkey national team on the 27th of June. And from there, we proceed to Poland, who's also hosting us for another friendly game. And from Poland, we go straight already to Riga, Latvia for the Olympic qualifiers.
Good morning, Ma'am Erica. Yeah. Kindly update us on Benny Boatwright. Nag-confirm na po ba siya na gusto niyang maglaro sa Gilas, and I think there will be a naturalization proceeding now para sa kanya.
Yes, correct, So Benny has already committed to playing for Gilas in the future. But we do have to process his naturalization before we can actually put him in the roster. And yesterday we had a very good consultative meeting with Senator Tolentino and the Committee on Justice and Human Rights. A number of agencies were present there, and each of those agencies explained their role in the naturalization process para mapadali ito para kay Benny. And in fact, they already certified that as of yesterday, there were no derogatory cases or complaints filed against Benny in the respective agencies, which paves the way for his naturalization.
Ma'am, if Benny gets naturalized, paano po ma'am magiging situation niya with Justin and Ange?
Okay, so Justin is still our key naturalized player at the moment, no? Coach Tim is very clear about this. But ever since January, when we started planning the new Gilas program, Coach Tim said he will need a pool of naturalized players. Kasi hindi po natin masabi kung may injury or hindi mo alam, para lagi tayong merong backup.
Ma'am, we have some teams natin, no, yung mga under 18 natin at saka yung Gilas women natin, they will participate sa isang qualifying event din yata. Could you tell us about with regards to them, ma'am?
Tama po, no? Our youth Gilas team, yung under 17 men's Gilas natin, will be competing in the World Cup in Turkey. Okay, that's from June 29 to July 9th of this year. Okay? And then our women's Gilas team naman po, they will be competing at the FIBA World Cup pre-qualifying tournament in Rwanda. Okay, that's going to be from August 19 to August 25. To prepare them for that, we have also confirmed their participation at the annual Jones Cup, which happens in Taipei from June 6 to 10.
Ma'am, yung Jones Cup, ito na yung Gilas ang lalaro or may representative lang?
Yung women's Gilas po ang maglalaro.
Okay. Ma'am, isang observation lang no, recently kasi medyo parang may bumababa yung ating basketball no, as parang medyo parang nabuhos nawawalan tayo ng mga crowd. On the part po ng SBP, can we paano po ba natin parang bubuhayin ulit na teka ibalik natin yung sigla sa basketball on your part? May plan po ba kayo na yung Gilas team isali sa PBA or yung isang under 20 natin isali sa PBA? May mga ganun po ba kayong plano?
Wala naman kami pong mga current talks with the PBA regarding fielding a team, no? Whether it's an age group team or the actual Gilas team. Pero nandito lang po yung SBP para suportahan yung PBA. Sila yung isang key member namin, key stakeholder. And anytime they would need help naman, nandito kami para sa kanila. No? But I'm sure po yung ating Board of Governors of the PBA are also working very hard to push for the popularity of the PBA to get back to its glory days.
Next.
Good morning po, Ian. Ivan Singh po ng Daily Tribune. You said po earlier that the two competitions po na ina-eye po ninyo is the Olympic qualifiers and the second window of the FIBA Asia Cup. So, siguro paano po yung coordination po with not only the PBA but also the collegiate leagues kasi maybe Coach Ted might have some players that he wants to integrate in the system as early as intercollegiate careers din.
Yes, no. The schedules were already addressed last January when we had our stakeholder meeting for our Gilas men's basketball. So the UAP, the NCAA, the PBA were all present there because we have recognized them, no, as yung kumbaga key resource areas for our Gilas players, mga elite players natin. And they've already agreed, no, to adjust their schedules accordingly. So hindi dapat po tatama yan sa mga tournament na pinaghahandaan natin this year.
Alright, we'll get back to it maybe.
Okay, question? Okay, habang nag-iisip pa kayo. Ma'am, this has been the complaints of or rants ng mga coaches no, na sobrang ikli, 3 weeks preparation, 1 month na. Ano po ang timeline ng yung pagbuo ng ating Gilas going to November qualifying?
Again, no, Coach Tim has already explained how his program works. It's really short camps right before the tournament. So, kagaya nung February, no, our games were February 22 and 25, pero nag-convene lang sila mga Feb 15. And that was enough for him, no. And then itong July 2 naman na tournament sa Latvia, unang magpa-practice ang Gilas, June 22. Okay? It's going to be the same in November 21 ang game, mga November 15 pa lang bubuuin yung team. No? Ang premise naman kasi niya is we have the same roster every time. And nagkukumpul-kumpul or pag pinagsama-sama mo yung mga training periods na yon, nag-accumulate siya, mas nakakakilala yung ating mga players. And I think, no, so far yung program ni Coach Tim na yon is working, no? Kasi one, he was able to secure really the best talent that we have. And bihira ho mangyari yan. In the past, hirap na hirap tayo na talagang yung best players natin nasa isang team natin, no? And because of these shorter training periods, mas madali para sa kanila mag-commit. And once they're there, because high-level players naman itong mga to, madali silang mag-pick up ng system ni Coach Tim, which we saw with their great play, no, last February.
Okay, next question.
Ma'am, quick question lang. Mark Montero, Manila Bulletin. Ma'am, yung situation ni Boltrite, for clarification lang po, ilang percent na po yung naturalization process niya, and if ever po ba makakaabot siya for FIBA Asia Cup?
Mahirap, no, sabihin kung ilan percent na. Nasa Senado at sa Congress yan, no? Kasi sila ang mag-conduct ng mga hearings, no? And it depends on how much hearings they want to call for them to pass the Naturalization Act of Benny Boatwright. But we're off to a good start. We have the support of our congressmen and senators, and we're hoping, no, very soon na ma-naturalize na si Benny. Ang isang siguro rule lang na we have to kind of be conscious about is that when his naturalization comes out, no, hindi siya kaagad-agad masasalang sa FIBA competition because FIBA requires, no, in their map system that 45 days at least, no, before the player can play once you change his citizenship in that system.
Yes, ma'am. Let's talk about the other aspect of SBP. Mukhang planchado na, very organized yung mga national teams natin. Yung pong aspeto ng suporta, let's say the stakeholders of our sport, kamusta these days? Ano pong setup tayo meron?
Yes, so far we've had the support, no, overwhelming support actually of our stakeholders, and we're very thankful for that because SBP as a federation will not have any success without them, diba? They actually make up the federation. That's why it's called the federation. So, napaka-importante na nandyan sila sinusuportahan yung programs natin. Not just yung national team programs, but even our grassroots programs, which will eventually, no, lead up to the success of our national teams.
Okay, so yung pong grassroots na yun, di ba, kahit busy yung national teams, anong klaseng grassroots na yun yung nasa table of the SBP?
Okay, so I think yung leading grassroots program natin would be Coach Norman Black's clinics, no, that he has been conducting around the different regions in the country. So every time we visit a region, si Coach Norman would tap the top 30, no, female and male players under 16, 3-0 each. So 30 male and then 30 female players na under 16, no, recognized in that region. And nagpapa-combine siya. Parang ginagawa natin sa PBA draft, no? So he gets metrics, mini-measure niya, then we put that in a database. And then he conducts clinics there. He also teaches the coaches there para continuous yung development, no, ng mga atleta natin doon.
Yes, questions from the floor?
Ma'am, alam natin lahat busy dun sa patating na Olympic qualifier, pero sandali-sandali lang yan, ayan na ang SEA Games. SEA Games na nung nagsigrasya tayo, tapos nakabawi, matuloy. Ito bang team ni Coach Tim, ito na rin ba ang pang SEA Games?
Yes, no, yan po ang plano natin. So, and pagdating po ng SEA Games, kumbaga hasang-hasa na dapat yung team kasi tatlo na silang FIBA Asia qualifier noon. Nakapag-Olympic qualifier na sila noon. Nakapag-FIBA Asia Cup na rin sila noon because the SEA Games in Thailand next year is pegged for December. So, medyo marami na silang pinagsamahan by that time. So, as long as we keep the team intact, no, I'm very confident that we can keep that gold medal.
Ma'am Erica, I'm from Davao Philippines. So, ako like a person from Sir Nelson, since medyo iba yung rules ng LGBT sa SEA Games dahil the FIBA tournaments, is there a chance na magsasabay yung Brownie pati yung Bobred sa SEA Games?
I don't see why not, no? I mean, if they allow more than one naturalized player, it doesn't make sense na hindi natin i-take advantage yun. Lalo na if the other, our other counterparts or other countries are taking advantage of that. Pero let's see, no? It all depends also on the schedule because sometimes our naturalized players also play outside of the Philippines for other clubs. So it depends also on their availability.
Yes, ma'am, follow up doon, like sa Southeast Asian Games, mukhang maraming natutunan yung ibang countries sa Cambodia. Na-allow naman pala na maraming players na naturalized players ang pwede maglaro. May plano pa tayo about that?
Yes, no. It's being discussed already in the ASEAN region, no. Why we shouldn't adopt the FIBA rules. Kasi di ba kung meron tayong SEA Games na ganyan na we allow an infinite number of naturalized players, ang nangyayari sa team sa SEA Games, pagdating naman sa FIBA competitions na isa lang, tayo naman yung nalulugi. No? So it's really something that the region should think about. And in fact, si SBP no, is pushing for that we align with FIBA.
Okay, some more questions?
Good morning, the Pera Sports Corner PH. Although nabagita ata yung sa naturalization si Benny, what's the latest? Sorry, hindi ko nakahintay kasi galing ako sa interview. Ano yung latest kay Benny Boatwright? Parang nagpile ata yung Senado at yung Kamara ng kanilang House bills. Mukhang in progress naman, ma'am.
Yes, in progress na, no. Both the House and the Senate has already filed a bill, and that will prompt now the Committee on Justice and Human Rights to call for hearings, no. Yesterday, nagkaroon na ng consultative meeting sa Senado. We brought Benny Boatwright there, and in fact, nagpunta pa siya sa session hall, no, where he was presented to the rest of the senators. So, maganda naman yung trajectory ng kanyang naturalization law.
So, ang nakikita ninyo, bago mag-adjourn yung Congress, papasarin tuloy itong naturalization ni Benny Boatwright para at least meron na tayo pang-apat na naturalized player yung Gilas.
Hindi naman siguro before this adjournment, no? Because I believe in 3 weeks mag-adjourn na ulit ang Senate and Congress. So, malamang sa pagbalik na nila in July yan.
Okay, gusto kong pag-usapan ngayon yung women's basketball kasi napaka-popular at dumarami na ang fans ng women's basketball sa ngayon. Like, recently, nagkaroon kayo ng summit ng SBP with regards sa women's basketball at isa sa mga nasuggest na mga plano magtayo ng Women's Basketball League na Pro, yung parang sa PBA na 5-on-5. So, ano ba yung sabihin natin yung mga points dito sa naganap na summit with the stakeholders ng women's basketball, ma'am?
Yeah, that's correct, no? We had the summit in Marco Polo and it was very successful. Marami pong mga stakeholders ng women's basketball yung lumayo doon and nagkaroon ng discussions na very engaging, no? Pinag-usapan yan yung pagkakaroon ng elite basketball league na professional, no? Or whether professional or amateur pero commercial, no? Targeting athletes who have already used up their years of eligibility in the college ranks, no? So, kumbaga saan sila maglalaro pagkatapos ng college. And pinag-usapan yung mga dating naging liga and bakit hindi siya naging successful so we can learn from it para pag nagkaroon ulit ngayon, mas magiging sustainable na yung liga na yun. So that's where we are at this point.
And isa pa, of course, yung coaches natin nag-a-advance na ng kanilang skills, yung kanilang mga natutunan. Like for example, si Coach Joko Chico nag-attend pa ng seminar with regards sa coaches education. Tutuloy pa ba yun ng SBP, yung mga proyekto na ito to strengthen niya yung pag-mold ng ating mga coaches sa mga bagong skills and of course yung mga rules sa basketball.
Yes, that's correct, no? Kami sa SBB, we look at how we can help the whole ecosystem ng basketball in the country. So it's not just the development of the players or our national teams, pero syempre yung development din ng coaches natin. Pinag-usapan din kanina yung grassroots level natin. We also need to push there. And huwag natin kakalimutan, isa sa pinaka-importante yung ating mga referees, di ba? Game officials, table officials, and statisticians. So we are also launching programs for them this year.
Lastly, of course, SBP, hindi lang sa Metro Manila, naka-sentro, and of course, Metro Manila, meka ng Philippine Basketball, but of course, yung ating mga nasa probinsya, doon mga grassroots development programs, iba't ibang mga collegiate leagues, like of course, sa SAPI, Bukal, DBAL Baguio, at iba pa. Are you working on strengthening yung ties between yung mga provincial stakeholders in regards sa grassroots development and to find those na pwede makapasok na sa Gilas Pilipinas someday, yung mga nasa probinsya? Maraming salamat po.
Yes, thank you for that question. We actually have 16 regional directors around the country and we work with them closely. They run the grassroots programs in their different areas and roll out the other SBP programs as well. So recently, yung women's natin, actually nakaikot na, no? Nagko-conduct sila ng tryouts para sa under-18 natin. Nagpunta silang CTO, nagpunta sila ng Cebu, nagpunta silang Davao, and marami tayong nakikitang players doon. Kaya pwede talagang yung mga taga-probinsya natin makuha din sa Gilas.
Right. Ma'am, one more on the naturalization aim. Are there other naturalization prospects that we are looking at aside from both, right?
Yes, in the women's side, we have actually identified somebody that will go through the same process as Benny Boatwright. Her name is Favor Ono. She has actually been playing here in the country for UP. She's an academic scholar in UP. So she's a very good candidate kasi alam natin yung character niya, hindi lang sa basketball court pero mabuti rin outside of the court. And we're really looking forward to having her in the Gilas team once her naturalization pushes through.
Yes, so one more. So ibang topic kasi parang there's a news last week yata na the PBA is bailing off from the BCL Asia. So meron bang plano ang STP kung sino ipapadala sa BCL Asia instead of abang PBA? Kasi the MTV is also in their mid-season na by that time.
Okay, so for the Basketball Champions League, that is a direct relationship between FIBA and the PBA. Okay, so the federation only gives its blessing. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no other league being tapped for that. The PBA is committed to joining the BCL except for this year, which was part already of their agreement with FIBA because they weren't able to put it in their calendar for this year. Pero in the succeeding years, you should see the PBA, engaging with the BCL. Wala. As far as I'm concerned, wala po.
Good morning, ma'am. Ako po ulit. Si Coach Al Francis Chua po ba involved po sa team o makakasama pa po siya ulit sa biyahe ng Gilas kasi maganda yung naging rapport nila ni Coach Tim. Medyo nagbigay sa atin ng gold medal sa Asian Games. Nagpapaan po ba si Coach Al Francis na makatulong ulit sa team?
Si Coach Al Francis, whether or not meron siyang official capacity sa ating Gilas team, laging tumutulong yan. Ako, nakakaasa ko lagi kay Coach Al Francis para tumulong sa atin sa Gilas team. And I think he will continue to do so, regardless of whether siya ang team manager or not.
Ma'am, any updates sa 2x3 with men and women?
We have a competition coming up for our under-23 3x3 teams, this is the FIBA Nations League in June in Handan, China. Okay, it's a total of 6 tops. Okay, which means we will have the opportunity to gather a lot of points for our ranking. Alam naman natin ang 3x3, based yan sa points sa FIBA. So we're really looking forward to that tournament in June.
Pwede. Ma'am, na-discuss po kanina yung umigot si Coach Norman Black para makakita ng talent. Wala kayong chance na kami yung mga medyo matatagal na sa meron nung araw na intercollegiate na para tingin namin ang ganda-ganda. Gusto sana namin, wala kayong chance na makabalik yung liga na yon na makikita mo talaga yung mga players doon sa competition, naglalaban-laban sila. By the way, si Coach Bertin, dating national intercollegiate champion doon. Nag-champion ng Dasal sa Baguio Intercollegiate.
Ang nagiging problema natin sa intercollegiate is the scheduling. I think yung PCCL naging problema din yan palagi kasi iba-iba na yung ating schedule ngayon ng basketball tournaments for college. May first semester, may second semester. The other thing, with regards to the semester calendar is our school year has also moved. Diba? Dati sa June nagsisimula lahat. Ngayon may iba June pa rin, pero merong July, merong August. Kaya medyo mahirap i-align. But if we are able to align and get a common time, a common week in the year for our stakeholders where they can all participate, I think it's something that we should bring back.
Juan Pedro Alves Kamay. Ma'am, just a little bit more background on our prospective naturalist players. You favor Ono. What position does he play? How old is she? How long has she been in the, more or less, sabi niyo nga, she's a scholar. Of course, all our state scholars at UP. But then, just a little bit more background on her, please.
Sure. So si Favor, she's Nigerian national at this point. She's been here for I think 2 to 3 years. Dito na po senior high school si Favor.
Oh, okay.
She's 18 years old right now, so
Oh.
very young. She's 6'4", she plays the center position.
Okay. So, ano ba siya? Lefty or right? So, malakas ngayon ang UP, maroons na.
Yes, so last year po she won the Rookie of the Year award in the UAP for the women's division.
So, kamusta na ma'am si Jack? Amina, how is she?
So Jack is doing very well. She's playing in Australia now in the NBL 1. There are 2 Filipinas, 2 Gilas members playing there. The other one is Jasmine Hoson. Okay? So they're both imports and they have what we call Gilas clauses in their contract, which means they're free to come back when there's a Gilas competition to represent us.
Thank you very much.
EDN ka. I want to ask lang rin po, ano po yung naging selection process din po ng SPP when it comes to sa pagpili ko ng kay Favor on as a potential candidate for as naturalized player and sino-sino pa po yung mga nakita pa po din na coach Pat na pwedeng ma-integrate sa system.
Okay. For Favor, it was really the choice of Coach Pat Aquino. I mean, him being the head coach of the Gilas program, siya ang may alam kung anong kailangan ng team, anong klaseng player magpo-complement dun sa kanyang system. So, he approached me, and he gave me Favor's, the choice for Favor Ono. And at that point, I personally met with Favor, just to ask her questions, get to know her better, and see, if she really is fit to be a citizen. Kasi syempre yung SBP, iba-vouch natin yan sa Senate, Privilege ang maging Filipino citizen. Hindi yan basta-basta dapat binibigay. So talagang minahasa natin yan ng mabuti kung deserving din na ibigay yung citizenship dun sa bata.
Erika, it's a big momentous event din po for women's basketball since I think this is the first time ata na magkakaroon ng naturalized player ang Gilas women. So siguro how great kayo po, siguro ano na lang po yung moving forward at paano na lang po yung magiging process natin to make sure that the program, on this kind of program continues din po, not only for the men's but also for the women's.
I think for the women's program, it's really giving them more support, especially not just from SBP but yung whole community. Parang kayo mga press, if we can keep talking about them and giving them the attention that they deserve, that's a big boost for our players, no? Medyo nakakatuwa yung women's team natin kasi dyan mo makikita na hindi naman sila professional basketball players unlike our Gilas men who play in the PBA and other leagues. Itong mga to talagang ginagawa ito para sa bayan na talagang blood, sweat, and tears, yun lang ang kanilang puhunan. Kaya nakakatuwa po suportahan ito.
Ms. Erica, Philippine women's team in the Olympics, how real the chances are?
Okay, so for
With the
this,
right, with the right timing, with the right selection, I think there is an active group now searching for young Philippine players to represent Philippines in the future women's Gilas team. And then now we have a naturalization process for aspiring players. Real chances po.
yan po talaga yung goal natin, the 2028 Olympics. Itong Paris, tapos na ang qualification yan. So, we're past that and wala nang chance yan. Pero we've already mapped out a roadmap for Coach Pat para talagang makarating tayo sa Olympics at 2028. And I think it's very possible, it's very realistic. We just have to hit the milestones that we have set and stay with the program now. So I think kaya talaga yan.
Mas madali silang pagsama-samahin long term.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
One more on my end. So when will you start naturalizing Tabor?
It already started as well. No? So the bills are being drafted already.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for gracing our PSA forum. Maybe you have additional announcement or additional appeal to our basketball community. Please do.
Siguro just a call to continue to support our Gilas program. I'm sure there will be challenges ahead, both for our men, women, and our age group teams, no? But if we can just trust the process that we have in place, pinag-aralan po ito ng mabuti, and we will reap the rewards, no, later on. So, yung suporta lang talaga ninyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you very much ma'am for your time. Sa itong nagagal ang Pilipino.